my fellow readers. Today's video will appeal especially to manga readers like me because I'm doing a haul video. This is actually from two separate places. There will be other manga haul videos coming up because I know that there are two orders that are on their way to me, but I want to get this one unpacked and out of the way first. And this actually combines an Amazon order and a Right Stuf order. Usually I do buy my manga at Right Stuf. They have the best prices. Yeah, great, and a great selection. But occasionally I pick up volumes at Amazon if Right Stuf is sold out and I want the book right away. So that's part of what happened here. So here is what I picked up from Amazon. One, I just saw this while browsing and I grabbed it right away. But this is Disney's Frozen 2, the manga. This is adapted by Arina Tanemura. And this is super cute. It is literally just Disney's Frozen 2, but it's done with Arina Tanemura's art style. So if you like her, she's the creator of Full Moon and a bunch of other series, you may be interested in this. The only thing that I had a problem with is there are bits in here where you can tell that it was songs from the movie, and instead of just inserting the English words, which maybe they weren't allowed to, although from looking, this is officially Disney work, so you'd think they would be able to grant permission. I think that they used the Japanese translation because obviously Frozen 2 released in Japan also translated the songs, so you can listen to the songs in Japanese. And I think that they then took those and translated it back to English. And so sometimes it just sounds a little awkward, and I wish they had just inserted the original English language song. And I think that it would have had a bit better appeal and continuity with the English version of the movie. But in general, I love this because it's Arina Tanemura and it's really cute artwork. I couldn't put off reading it. I had to read it right away. The next were just some works by Nagabe, who I've spoken of before. I like Nagabe. Nagabe has really unique art. This one is Love on the Other Side, which tells some very interesting stories between human and non-human characters. Probably not everybody's cup of tea, but I thought it was interesting just seeing the whole thing. There's a story in here about, I think it's a vulture that saves a little girl, and wait, what does he call her? Rations, yeah. So he saves a little girl, calls her Rations because it's like his food for when he runs out of food. And he feeds her and takes care of her, but it's, in his mind, it's so that he can eat her when she plumps up and he runs out of food. But I can't give that away, but you can probably figure out that he kind of chooses not to eat her by the end. But Nagabe's work is so interesting, and I would recommend it to people. You know, give it a try. Also by Nagabe, the big work is The Girl from the Other Side, Shurarun. This is such a great series, and I will do a video recap of the series at some point, but the final volumes aren't out yet. It will wrap up at, I believe, 11 volumes. I think I have the 10th one on pre-order. It's not released here yet, but yeah, I can't wait to see what happens. I did read all of these already, and volume 9 does leave off at a very interesting point, so I cannot wait to get volume 10 and see what happens. And then I will do a recap of this, but this is such a good story that I don't think enough people are reading or talking about. I mean, if they're reading it, they're not talking about it, but I'm going to talk about it because I think it needs to be talked about and shared, and more people need to read it. Next, I picked up Crimson Shell by Jun Mochizuki. This is by the creator of Pandora Hearts. I really want to get Pandora Hearts, and I'm really mad that you can't really get it right now. I just want to own a copy of Pandora Hearts. What I wish they would do, because I believe for that very nice box that people who haven't even read it or want to read it but some reason just collected it because the box is pretty, I think for that they release the volumes in a special, like probably a 2, like I can't just, I'm like, what am I thinking? Like the 2-in-1. I think they look like 2-in-1 sets, but I could be wrong. But I wish they would do that, just re-release the series. I don't know, maybe they think it's sold out enough, but yeah, it would just be nice. Because some of the volumes you can still get without a problem, and then there's others that are like out of print now. And I don't entirely get that because there is still interest in it. So, whatever. I'm going to see what Crimson Shell is like. I don't really like this font used here. Only because it's like semi-difficult to read. Oh, I did grab some BL as well. So this is a series that I have read before. Very mature themes, but it's very interesting. I like things that are more character driven, and this is one of them. And it's Twittering Birds Never Fly. This is volume 1. I will be getting the other volumes in. This one can be hard to find sometimes. I mean, the series in general, like they sell out really fast. So I just grabbed that on Amazon when I saw it. Next is There Are Things I Can't Tell You. Now this is another one published by Tokyo Pop. So I feel like Tokyo Pop's coming in or back into like US publishing has been really in the BL genre, which I think is interesting. But maybe they had enough success because they were still releasing stuff overseas. I think especially the German market. Maybe they had enough success with that there that they're trying it here. I cannot remember if I've read this one. But what I also think is interesting is that this one didn't come in shrink wrapped, and usually they do. So I just found that interesting. Like, you probably can't see it, but Twittering Birds is a shrink wrap. So, interesting. And then this is another one that I have read before, and I thought it was super, super cute. It's The God and the Flightless Messenger. And it tells the story of this little angel type figure here, and that's his like deity that he takes care of. And yeah, I thought this one was cute. Again, this is published by Tokyo Pop, so I do think that's their current go-to market is BL. And the last thing, I don't know what I should bring up first. I decided to pick up the Full Metal Alchemist Full Metal Edition. So here's Volume 1. Volume 1 and Volume 6 that I picked up from Amazon were currently sold out at Right Stuff. So I picked up some of the other volumes from Right Stuff. I don't remember if it's in this order, if it's one of the ones coming in. But I wanted to have at least those first volumes all set. I didn't want to wait for one. So I did pick it up at Amazon. These are nice. They're hardcover editions. They have like a nice metallic finish. Oh, it's pretty. It's pretty. Inside, they have like that clear cover over the first. This is so nice. I will probably do a reread. I can't remember, but I think they may have done some updates to the translation. So I'd also be interested to see if they corrected the panel that they edited in the original one. It was the crucifixion scene. Anyway, I'm going to see whether or not they left it unedited when I read through all these. But yeah, definitely going to do a Full Metal reread because it's been a while. And going along with that is the complete 4-panel comics. I don't remember why I grabbed this on Amazon, but I did. Because I think maybe they had this on Right Stuff. Maybe they didn't, though. Maybe it was sold out. But that's what I grabbed from Amazon. Now for, as if that wasn't enough, now for what I picked up from Right Stuff. So number 1 is the complete manga collection of I Want to Eat Your Pancreas, the very sad story. I actually really love sad stories. So if you want to sell me something, make it sad. That includes like regular books. I love sad emotional stuff. I like happy stuff too. I just, you know, sad works for me. There is so much in here. Next, I have the first 5 volumes of a series that I really wasn't sure whether or not I was going to buy, only because it hurt me, man. It hurt me. And that's Daytime Shooting Star. And this is by Mika Yamamori. I actually also decided to buy this. I should say, okay, I decided to buy this because it has stuck with me just in this whole encompassing and engrossing sense. And so I did want to pick it up too. I really like her art. She has some really pretty character designs. And yeah, so I was like, you know what? If the story stays with me, and not in like a totally negative way, because I can talk about a few that negatively stay with me, but if a story stays with me and makes me feel things, I should probably pick it up, and this is one of them. But I'm also hoping that supporting her as an artist, that maybe they will release the other series, I can't remember the first word, but Lonely Planet is the second part, which I really, really loved. I that's just much smoother of a ride than this one. This one takes you on an emotional roller coaster, which I think is also fabulous. But that one's like a smoother ride on the love train. But yeah, I picked up the first 5 volumes. There are quite a bit released of the series so far. I will grab the other ones as time goes by, but I thought I'll grab just the first 5 with this order because I ordered a lot of other stuff. And it is a series that I'm familiar with, so I figured I'll pick up some of the other new stuff and just keep collecting this as time goes by. But this is just super good. And maybe when this is done, I'll do a review of this one too, because there are things I want to talk about and I can't talk about it right now. Next is very simple for me. I picked up volumes 11 and 12 of Snow White with the Red Hair. I talked about this before. I like this series. It's a great shoujo fantasy series. Yeah, it's good. Next, on a whim, oh, this is by Tokyo Pop too. I did not know that. I don't know anything about this other than it appealed to me. But if I'm correct about this one, yeah. This is called Osan Idol, and this is about an older, he's 36, but you know, for getting into the idol business, that is old for the idol business. So it's about an older gentleman that gets scouted to become an idol or pursues it. Either way, it just sounded intriguing to me, so I grabbed it on a whim. There's 2 volumes out right now. I don't know if there's more because I haven't read it, but I'm interested to see this. I really like idol stories. I watch a lot of like the idol anime, and it's fine. Oh, I saw this one and thought it was cool. I don't remember if there was another reason other than that. This is Play It Cool, Guys. Look at that artwork. I think it just appealed to me. So yeah, I grabbed this one. This is full color too, so it's kind of nice. Next I picked up volume 1 of Drug and Drop. This is the sequel to Legal or Lawful Drug by Clamp, and I think this ended up going in hiatus again. There is a volume 2, but volume 2 is apparently impossible to find. I'm searching for it. If anybody knows where to find it, let me know. Other than getting like the Japanese version. Yeah, I think they launched this again and everybody was excited about it because Legal Drug went on hiatus years ago. And then they said they were going to go back into it and everybody was excited, and then it went into hiatus. And Clamp has put a lot of their works on hiatus that they started. So most notably, of course, was X, but there are reasons behind X 1999 going on hiatus. There was a lot of violence happening, school-related violence happening in Japan, so they decided to put that on hiatus. I think we could handle the end of it now, so I really wish they would finish that one. But then after they finished Tsubasa and Holic, there were a lot of follow-up series that ended up going in hiatus. So there's a lot that remain unfinished. Drug and Drop is one of them. Then they had a new series, Gate 7, that they put on hiatus. And then I don't think this is complete, but maybe it is. This one, which is Tsubasa World Chronicle, which is like after you read Tsubasa Reservoir Chronicle, then you can read World Chronicle. This does say final volume, so maybe they did finish up the Tsubasa story. But I feel like maybe Holic, because they did Holic Ray, which I will be getting as well, but it was sold out. Holic Ray, I think, is on hiatus. I think they didn't finish the story, but there's 4 volumes of that one. Yeah. So I'll see with this if it's finished, but it was just interesting to me because obviously they're still working. It's not that they're not. So I don't know what happened with some of the other stories, if they just didn't know where to go creatively. But I do find that interesting. Like I said, they are still working. They're currently releasing Cardcaptor Sakura Clear Card. So I don't know what's going on. I still will buy their stuff and support them because I love Clamp, but there are some stories I wish we'd get to see the end of. Also, Legal Drug and Drug and Drop, if I'm not mistaken, tie into the same world as Ski, which I think they might have done a republishing of. I could be wrong though. But yeah, I love how Clamps works in worlds, like intertwine and connect. I love that. The next are 2 works by Kaori Ozaki that I've saw stuff like other people talk about them, and I was like, I'll try that. So the first one is The God's Lie. And the second one is volumes 1 through 3 of The Golden Sheep. And I do have a couple other series, like just manga series in general, that I want to get that are currently sold out. So I'm waiting to see if they come back in stock. And when I do, I will, of course, share them with you. The last one is a big one. Oh, I'm so excited about this. I was not going to purchase this. I really wasn't, because I had just repurchased the manga and got rid of my old copies from way back in the day. And I mean their first publication release, because I bought the series when it was first released. And so I was like, no, I don't need another copy. But then I started to get the really nice Clamp collections hardcover, and I was like, you know what? I gotta do it. So here is part 1 of Magic Knight Rayearth, the 25th anniversary edition. And I will also be getting part 2, but here is part 1. And it's gorgeous. It comes in this beautiful box. And if you are a Clamp fan like I am, then you may want to get these hardcover editions. So far I have Clover. I've been collecting the Cardcaptor Sakura release, and now I have Magic Knight Rayearth. And I believe that I will be getting in Chobits, and I think they're hardcover. I know that they were a special release as well. And those are like my favorite series, other than I super duper absolutely love Tokyo Babylon and then X 1999. They are 2 more of my absolute favorites by Clamp. So here is volume 1, Hikaru. So cute. Oh, I just have to see like how the insides are, because I don't think they did color. Yeah, they didn't do color inside. So not quite as pretty as the Cardcaptor Sakura or the Clover one, but still really nice. There's like dust or something on mine. I don't know what's happening. There's that one. So here's the next one. Volume 2 has Umi. And then Volume 3 has Fu. There is like, I don't know, grime inside, so I'll have to dust off these covers. It's probably just from them rubbing on each other. And then the last part is an illustration collection. And I doubt any of these are new to me, even with color editions. Although maybe there's a cool one of Mokana that I don't think I have. Yeah, so the last book is just a little art book. And I think most of the main images that then come inside, I probably already have, but there's probably a few that I don't, because I don't think I have a, oh, I really like this one. I don't think I have a Magic Knight Rayearth specific art book. I have a lot of Clamp art books, but I don't think I have Magic Knight Rayearth specifically. So I am excited about this. And since it says volume or part 1, I'm assuming that the next set also has an illustration collection in it. And, oh, I'm just very happy. This is lovely. It sounds so posh. It's lovely. I just feel like Kodansha has been doing us right lately. Like, these are so nice to have. Thank you, Kodansha. It'll be nice to see what happens in the future with some of Clamp's other works. I feel like they still own... No. I feel like Viz might still own the rights to X 1999, so I doubt we'll get any other edition of X. But hey, Clamp, if you finish it, maybe there can be some rights thing that happens. I don't know. Oh, good times. But like, I don't know what happened with Tokyo Babylon, because I believe that was also published by Tokyo Pop, so the rights to releasing that should be up and available. There has been a republishing of Rigveda, which I see a lot of people say that as RG Veda, but it's the Rigveda, just like how you would say the holy book. So I don't know. We'll have to see what happens with some of Clamp's other works. I would love more collector editions like this. I think it shows a lot of respect for the manga and the story, and they're beautiful. I for sure would love one of X 1999 that's like this. Whether it's released as X 1999 or just X, I don't care. But I would love to see that. Yeah, and definitely Tokyo Babylon, because if I haven't said it enough, Tokyo Babylon is one of my absolute favorite works. Subaru Sumeragi, who appears both in Tokyo Babylon and X 1999, is one of my favorite characters. I don't even know why. Well, I mean, what's not to like? He's just a good character. He's sort of reminiscent of Amel Sakura. And I think Clamp has actually talked about that before, that they have they both have this sort of presence that's very similar. And so they are two of my favorite characters. And I love Kamui. So anyway, that is it for this haul. I will be back with more haul videos because, like I said, there are 2 boxes on their way to me as we speak. So I will be showing them off. In the meantime, enjoy whatever you're reading. Until next time, bye.